Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. I'm so excited for today's video. So today will be our 4th annual Best of Diamond Painting Edition. So I've been doing this on my channel since 2021, and it's where I make a list of all of my favorite diamond painting things. So I have everything broken down into sections. We have a teaser here. We have some pens. I have trays. I have wax and putty, cover minders, storage, any kind of like miscellaneous accessories, and then my favorite diamond painting companies. So I didn't have a very purchase heavy year, especially for diamond painting accessories. I have bought a fair amount of kits, and we'll go over that a little bit later in the month, but for the most part, I can probably count on like one hand how many diamond painting accessories I actually purchased this year. So I kind of had to dig a little bit deeper. It wasn't as much shops that I kept going to repurchase from as it was what shops am I grabbing from out of my collection continually. So what pen shops did I gravitate towards this year? What trays did I gravitate towards? Wax and putty and all of that fun stuff. When it comes to cover minders, it's kind of just fun to talk about different minder shops. And I guess I do kind of gravitate to one specific shop, which we'll talk about, but I feel like this year was a little bit more, like I actually had to think about it a little bit more, because it wasn't like I was just going through my Etsy purchases and seeing what I bought in 2024, because I didn't buy a lot. So we're going to start with pens, which is probably my favorite diamond painting accessory. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I can hear Luna playing with our Christmas lights that are on our door. That's why I was distracted there. All right, so let's start with pens. I chose 5 pen shops. Some of these have been on past lists, and I will tell you guys which shops have been on the past year's lists, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the first pen shop that I want to share is Miscellaneous by Dani. So she makes these clay pens. She builds them around the regular pink pens that you get in your diamond painting toolkit. And I think I found these pens in 2023. This is one of the shops that was on last year's list. So I'm pretty sure I found her in 2023, but not only are her pens just like super cute, but they are also super affordable. These for me in the US are $16, 16 a piece. And that is just, for a diamond painting pen, that is amazing. So if you're looking for a themed type of pen, obviously, she came out with an otter this year. I did buy this pen this year. She has like such really great either themed ones in terms of like animal or holiday. She also does just like colorways. So if you're interested in trying out a clay pen, I highly recommend Miscellaneous by Dani. They're very comfortable to me. I struggle with carpal tunnel. I haven't done anything about it. I don't want to have surgery. So when I feel like I kind of need to take a break from some of my heavier pens, these are perfect to use. And they're just adorable. I mean, look at this little otter. The way I gasped when she released the otter pen. So very cute and super affordable pens. If you're new to diamond painting and like the regular pink pen isn't working for you, you want to try more of like a custom pen, but you don't want to spend the higher amounts, definitely check out that shop. Next up, we have Kevin's Creations. I did reach for a few of my Kevin's Creation pens this year. And I actually did a small shop spotlight on this particular pen shop. I believe it was in November. And it just made me realize how much I love their pens. Now, I should have given this disclaimer at the start of the video, but everything that you are going to see in this video was purchased by me. None of these items were sent to me. They are things that I have kind of curated as favorites over my, I think I've been diamond painting for like 5 years now. So over my pretty long tenure of diamond painting, they're just things that I've realized I really enjoy. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not trying to blow smoke up anybody's butt. Like, these are just things that I really, really do enjoy. So for Kevin's Creations, I just pulled 3 of my favorite pens from my collection. I did a full in-depth Kevin's Creations pen collection in that video if you're interested. But I have a couple of hybrids, which are just beautiful. And then I have this tree pen, which I still have not used, which is such a crime. But I'm hoping I can squeeze in like a snack size kit at the end of this month when I get done with my really big project. And I will definitely be using this pen if I can squeeze it in. But Kevin's Creations, I highly recommend this shop. They also have my new, I just thought of something. I'll talk about it a little bit later in this video, but they have a ton of products. I also have some minders from them, and I like them. That's it. It's my favorites list, so I can just say I like them. All right, next up for pens, another shop that I reached for a ton this year is O'Brien's Custom Turning. That is their Etsy shop. They also have a Facebook page called Handmade Diamond Painting Pens and More. I forgot to mention that Kevin's Creations was also on my 2023 list, as was O'Brien Custom Turning. These are just 3 from my collection that I love. Gosh, geez, Laura, what are you doing? This is one of my absolute favorite pens in my collection. I tend to use this one a lot in the winter because I just think it's beautiful. My favorite pen shape from this shop is called the Beaver Tail. It is what all of these are, actually. And it's just the most comfortable for me. I've tried a few of their other pen shapes and I just love the Beaver Tail. So we have a hybrid that has like the silver honeycomb in there. We have a Flower Girl blank here. And I think this one was from Rapture Resins, if I'm not mistaken. So another shop that I really gravitated towards this year. Next up, we have Peachy Keen Pens. Now, I have not purchased from this shop in quite a while, but I have used a few of their pens this year on projects and just made me realize how much I really did enjoy using them. I used this one the most recent. I think I used this on a kit in November, but it is a red snowflake pen. I have a beautiful hybrid here. Love that one. And then this one's just cool. It has green, like hexagon glitter. So Peachy Keen, they are on Etsy. I feel like they were an honorable mention on last year's list, if I'm remembering correctly. And then another pen shop that I haven't purchased from in a bit, but I did really reach for these pens in my collection this year is Jim's Handmade Pen Shop. So again, I just pulled a couple that I really like. This is another Flower Girl blank. This one is cool with the little segments. I really like that one. And then this one is perfect if you're working on like a night sky themed diamond painting. There's little stars. So those are the 5 pen shops that I'm listing as my best of 2024. There are other pen shops that I love. I can't list them all. I will be hopefully doing an updated pen collection at some point in 2025 if you guys are interested. And I will obviously go more in depth into my pens at that time. Next up, we're going to talk about trays. Now, I have chosen 3 tray shops, and these are definitely the trays that I have reached for the most. I have not purchased from any of these tray shops in 2024, but they're definitely ones that I gravitate towards in my collection. So the first one is Cat-Proof Trays, and I have 2 bins of their trays. This shop was on the 2022 list and the 2023 list, so they've definitely been a long-term favorite. They have a variety of sizes. I really like this larger one. This is the Fine Boy. That's what all of these are. I just didn't have room for this guy. So these are all Fine Boy. I am somebody who likes, these are all Fine Boy. That sounded funny. I am somebody who likes to overfill my tray. And with these, you can just dump them in. There's plenty of room at the end, so you can just really go to town. Let me actually grab some drills so I can shake them out for you guys. This is just one of my big containers of 310. I used this tray recently, so I really like to fill my tray. And then I like to keep everything in the bottom corner. And there we go. So that's the larger size from Cat Proof. I should show you guys how they pour in. And then I do have a few of their other sizes as well. I would say their standard is probably the Lean Boy. I think this would probably be considered their standard tray. I have a number of this size. Wait a minute. There's drills in here. What are those from? Okay. I will take care of that. So I have a number of this particular size. They are nice. I do like working with them as well. They also have this longer size. This is the Long Boy, of course. I love this color. I think this was called like grape jelly or something. So pretty. So I have a few of these super long ones, and then I also have a couple of their itty bitty kitten size. These are great if you're working on confetti areas, or like if you're using special drills, you can kind of just keep your specials in these smaller ones. Really like that size as well. Need to take care of these drills at some point. All right, so that's Cat Proof. Next up is Bijou Bliss. This shop was also on my 2023 list. I'm actually using one of their trays right now on my current whip. This is a colorway that I asked for. It's red on the outside and green on the inside for Christmas, of course. And I also have that in the reverse green with a red inside. I must have used this recently because it was sitting on my desk. I also have an orange and white. These are magnetic closure lids, and then there's also magnets on the stopper. Now Bijou Bliss does offer different sizes. I haven't picked up any of those as of yet, but I really like this size. I find the walls to be a nice height. I'm not too worried about spilling drills over the side, but I do have a variety of colors which I can pull from, which is always nice. I always gravitate towards this like translucent watermelon kind of color. I like that one a lot. And then I do also have the Jeremiah Kettner exclusive tray from, it must have been from the beginning of this year, for the Jeremiah Kettner diamond painting event. So that is Bijou Bliss. I definitely would like to pick up some of their smaller trays just to give them a try, but I enjoy just the regular size as well. And then we have JH Envision Labs. Now, JH Envision Labs has been around for a while. This was actually the first tray shop that I ordered from when I got into diamond painting accessories, and I don't really see many people talk about them as much anymore, but I was really gravitating towards these trays this year. I have them in a couple of different versions. I have them in the rectangle and also in the square. Hold on, I gotta backtrack. I forgot to shake out drills in a Bijou Bliss tray for you guys. Sorry. Let me just do that quickly. So here is the Bijou Bliss tray. I feel like you barely have to shake these to get them lined up really nicely. So big fan of these ones. All right, let's go back to JH Envision Labs. Sorry about that, guys. All right, back to these. So again, they do have the rectangle and the square drill shape. I will say that the spout is a little bit thin. You can sometimes get drills that get a little bit clogged in there, but I really enjoy these trays. I like how they fit in my hand for both sizes. I believe that you can choose what side you want your spout on. So I think some of mine are actually different. Yeah, I feel like I got some of mine in the left-handed and the right-handed version, but here's the squares. They just line up so nicely. Again, I feel like you barely even need to really shake them out. And here's the rectangle. So I really, really like these trays. I've been using them for years now. I still remember my first ones were these two. Yeah, see how the spouts are on different sides? And you can tell because my first 2 ever custom trays I got personalized. So I don't know if they still do that. So I will link everybody's Etsy shop down below for you guys. But I really do enjoy these trays. And it's kind of just fun to, I don't know, like this was my first tray shop. So kind of special. All right, so that is it for trays. I will empty these drills out off camera so we can keep moving. Let me just put them somewhere where I won't spill them. Probably a good idea. All right, next category is wax/putty. Now, I am definitely somebody who prefers to work with putty. I really don't use wax anymore. If I have like a difficult diamond painting where maybe the glue isn't as strong, or sometimes with special drills, I will use pink wax occasionally. It's not something that I reach for every time I diamond paint. And I feel like I've kind of perfected what I like to have in my pen. And the first thing is in my single placer, pretty much without fail. I did kind of mix it up a little bit at points this year, but for the most part, my single placer always has a micro glue dot. I buy mine on Amazon. They're like $4 or $5. There's a ton, but I always get the micro glue dots because the regular size glue dots are just too big to maneuver for me. So I really like the micro ones. This is my backup pack because I use this really adorable, oh my gosh, I can't get the lid off, micro glue dot roll dispenser. This is from Wilson 3D Designs on Etsy. And I just hang this on my cover minder board because this is magnetic. And this is still my first roll of micro glue dots. That's how well they work. I could probably, if I use the same pen for all of my kits, I could probably get through like 4 or 5 diamond paintings with the same glue dots in my single placer. What I like to do is I use 3 of these mini ones. Hopefully you guys can see them. Right there. So I use 3 of them. I just kind of like push them off and collect them together. And then I squish them. I kind of roll them into a bit of a longer shape. And then I put them right into my single placer and it's perfect every time. I will say you might have like a little too much stickiness at first. So I'll like rub it on my palm, or if I'm wearing like leggings, I'll like push it onto my leggings. And that kind of helps get rid of the too much stickiness, but they're perfect. I love them. I don't know that anything will ever replace these in my single placer. In terms of putty, I am definitely a putty girl. I prefer putty in my multi-placers for sure. And, oh, Luna wants to say hi. Oh, going back to these really quickly. These have been on all of my best of lists. So 21, 22, 23, and now 2024. They're perfect. I'm a putty girl through and through. I have so many different putties that I really, really like. But I found that these were the 2 that I reached for the most this year. And the first one is NYX's Notions. Now, this is a very different formula than other putties on the market. I've talked about this quite a bit on my channel in the past, and I consider this to be kind of like a gel putty hybrid. It's just a really unique texture. I can't really explain it, but like that's the best that I can explain it. It's a gel putty hybrid, if that makes sense. And it can be a little bit stringy. I feel like there's definitely a learning curve. I'm trying to get you guys a good chunk, but I currently don't have nails, so I can't get into the pot. Here we go. I love this. I can pretty much do an entire diamond, and I have in the past done a complete start to finish diamond painting, only filling my multi-placer one time with this particular putty. I probably didn't pick the best color to demonstrate with, but that's okay. What I do is you guys just saw, I take out a little blob, I roll it, and then I like to make it a log so that it's about the size of my multi-placer, and then I just put it right into my multi-placer. This is, if not the best, one of the best, like top 5 putties on the market. Obviously, I haven't tried all of them, but it's so good. I need to take a look at their shop and see if they have any new scents since I've purchased last. It's been a while. But I love these, and the blue cotton candy one, which is this one, is so good. So I have a number of these. This was also on my 2022 and 2023 list. I've never even used this one. It smells good though. This is what it looks like brand new. So yes, love this shop. I do have trays from them as well. I like them, but to me, the putty is kind of their like shining star. And then we have Excuse Me Designs. Now, this one is this shop is a little funny to talk about because they used to be Excuse Me Designs, then they changed to Rose Mud. And I was looking for them on Instagram the other day because I do follow them. And I think that they're back to Excuse Me Designs because her tag or her handle is now Excuse Me Designs 2.0. So I think that they might be back to Excuse Me Designs. I'll leave the shop linked in the description. But I have a ton of these and I love them. I remember when I tried their putty for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, my life has changed. Like, it's really, really good. And I really enjoy working with it. There was some times this year where it's like, okay, you've used Excuse Me Designs on like 3 kits in a row. Can you pick something else? So very much enjoy this. I have a bunch from them. At one point they were doing like monthly sample sets. So it's like a smaller amount. You got like 4 or 5 cents, I think. But I do also have some of their full size. This one's Sea Salt Orchid. Ooh, it smells good. So yeah, I have a ton of their seasonal scents. I have a lot of winter and Christmassy ones. This was like one of my first ones, Sweater Weather. It smells just like the candle from Bath & Body Works. But I have a ton. I use it a lot, and I really do enjoy this putty and also this one. So 2 that I gravitated towards this year, 2 of my favorites for sure. All right, next up, we're going to talk about cover minders. So I thought I would take you guys over to my cover minder boards. Now, bear in mind that this room is a little bit of a mess with Christmas coming and all that stuff. So forgive me for that. But I thought I would just show you guys my cover minder boards if you're new here and you want to see how I store them. And then I can kind of just point out some of my favorite shops. So let me go get my mini tripod and we will take a trip over to my minder boards. All right, apologies for the mess, but here we are. These are my cover minder boards. Now, these exact boards are no longer available on Amazon, unfortunately. But what they are is they're magnetic boards. This side is a chalkboard and then the other side is a whiteboard. Both of them are magnetic. So obviously I liked this look a little bit better to display my minders, but this has been probably one of my favorite things that I've done in terms of my diamond painting stuff. I feel like having them up on display is so fun, and I feel like I don't forget what minders I have. I have seen some people that keep them in binders or like photo albums or, you know, magnetic things, and I feel like I wouldn't use so many of them because they would be locked away. And here, like, there are times where we'll be kitting up together and I will just look over to my minder boards trying to find what cover minder I want, and I just love it. I know not everybody has room for this. This is our spare bedroom slash office space. Will I have room for this forever? Probably not, but for now it works for us and I like it. I also keep all of my trading cards around the corner. So let's talk about some of my favorite shops. Now, they're kind of, okay, let me backtrack here for a second. They are organized. So on this side, I have Disney, Harry Potter, cat themes. We have some otters. We have book themed minders. And we kind of have like pop culture. I have a few Friends ones. I have Little House on the Prairie, In Sync, Rent the musical, Evan Hansen the musical, and then I have a bunch of Golden Girls. So this is kind of like my organized side. And then this one over here, I have Christmas, fall and Halloween, and then kind of like somewhat organized. We have like, I don't know what you would call these, like witchy type ones with the moons and stuff. We have some animals, and then just like saying ones. Actually, this is an Anne of Green Gables. That should probably go on the other side. And then down here I have, these were all kind of like the Craftably minders and the Diamond Art Club minders. I don't ever reach for those, so I think I might actually part ways, and then that will make some room for some other cover minders. And then I used to buy the really big ones from Distracted by Diamonds, or Patty Wax, and I never use those, but I'll never get rid of this Snape one because it's perfect. So in terms of like my favorite shops, they're kind of all mixed in a little bit, but one of my favorite shops for sure is Galloway's Gallery. Now, they have been on every version of my best of video, so 21, 22, and 23, and now 2024. And I can just point out a few. They're very well known for like the plastic ones. I know this is from Galloway's Gallery. So the like plastic piece ones here, and obviously we have the magnet on the back. This one is just super cute. I believe this one here is also from Galloway's Gallery. A ton of these are. These three right here are definitely from her. This one is definitely from her. I think that Anne of Green Gables one is from Galloway's Gallery. This seashell one is definitely from her as well. An assortment. These, like the Shady Pines Ma, that one's definitely from her. I believe the Rent and the NSYNC ones are from her as well. My otter ones, excluding this metal one, these are all from Galloway's Gallery. She just has a huge assortment, and her website is so nice because she keeps everything super organized. So I haven't been on there in a while, but I will leave a link to her site down below. I've loved everything that I've gotten from her. I'm just looking, like, I know this Tiana one right here is from her. I believe these Starbucks mermaid ones are also from her. A lot of my collection is from Galloway's Gallery. I just find her to be very fairly priced and a huge assortment, which is great. Another favorite is Caffeinated Cat Crafts. She's very well known for more like metal minders. So this little ghost here is from Caffeinated Crafts. This little pumpkin, the little witch's hat, these little fall leaves there. A lot of my metal ones come from Caffeinated Cat Crafts. The cat and the pumpkin right there. I really like the metal minders. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of a variety. Sometimes you have the plastic ones, sometimes you have the metal ones. It's kind of just nice to to mix it up a little bit. Caffeinated Cat Crafts was on my 2023 list and back again this year. One company that I did want to give like an honorable mention to, I haven't bought from them in quite a while, and I don't really reach for my minders from them too often, but they have really amazing wooden cover minders, which is something that I love and you can't really find easily anymore. I think a lot of people just go for the plastic ones, but it's, oh gosh, I just forgot the name. Mad for Minders. So this little bat kitty here is a wooden minder that I got from that shop. I'm trying to see where some of my other ones are from them. I said all that and now I'm like, wait a minute. Where are they? I have a few, but for some reason I just can't find them right now. I have that one. I know I have another one. She also sells the plastic minders like Galloway's Gallery, but I always gravitate towards the wooden ones, but now I'm like, oh, here we go. This little kitty with the yarn ball, that's from Mad for Minders. They also have a really great variety, and you know, the wooden ones are just kind of fun every now and then. So that is it for the cover minder selection for this year. But as you can see, I love cover minders. I kind of stopped buying them because I didn't have any room. And I definitely don't want a third one of these. I feel like 2 is enough. I also don't have anywhere to put another one. So those are my cover minder boards, and those are the minder shops that I have on my list for this year. All right, next up on the list is storage. Some of these will be no surprise to you guys because they have been on my list for a very, very long time. I don't know if I can choose like a real favorite because I love them all, but I guess if I was being forced to, that I would say the large square Tic Tac containers. These are from Amazon. They come in this type of container. So one of these snap closure ones, and they all just stand up together like that. I, however, like to keep them in one of these stadium storage systems. Now, I mentioned this in a video earlier this month. And I got a couple of questions about it, and then I lost those comments. So I did make a community post with the link to this particular white storage system. It does not come with these containers. You have to buy these containers on Amazon. This comes to you empty. It's marketed as a stamp storage, like a tiered stamp storage system. Obviously, I don't use it for that. It holds these square Tic Tac containers perfectly, absolutely perfectly, and I love it. When I am diamond painting and I know I'm not going anywhere, so for example, in the spring and summer, we spend most of our weekends up north in the Adirondacks. I'm not going to kit up a diamond painting in this because I'm not going to travel with this. So when I know I'm going to be home working on a project for an extended period of time, I will use this one. I love these containers. I feel like they're very deceiving. They actually hold a ton of drills. And while I love what I'm going to talk about next, it's really nice at times to not have to worry about what amount of drills is going to fit where. When you're kitting up with the Elizabeth Words, for example, you have to make sure you're getting like, okay, the smallest bag goes in the tiny containers. And then, oh, I have this big bag that can go in this one. With these containers, you just dump and go, and I really like that. So these have been on the list only one other time. I started using this system in 2023, so they did make the 2023 list, and I love it. Highly recommend. I will leave links to both of these items in the description box for you guys. Highly recommend trying this one out. You could also do this with an acrylic shelf. I've seen people do that before, but the wooden one here from Joann's is just so much cheaper. So highly recommend that. Next on the list is Elizabeth Ward. These are a four-time award winner on Diamond Paintings by Laura channel. These have been on the list since 2021. I think these are probably one of the more famous or sought after diamond painting storage systems. Obviously, these started out with regular bead storage, and then diamond painting kind of took them on as their own. I do love this system, but at times I get a little frustrated when I can't fit all of my drills into it. For example, this is the kit that we just worked up together Monday, I think, and I have a color that doesn't fit. So that can be a little bit frustrating. I tend to use this for some of my lower colored kits when I can, and I do really like it. So Elizabeth Ward, these have been duped. The actual Elizabeth Ward containers can be hard to find, and at time you're paying like a pretty penny. I think because at one point they were going to be discontinued, and then they kind of took off again, so they didn't discontinue, but the price was high. I don't really know. I know you can find these on AliExpress. If that's still a thing. I feel like I haven't said that sentence in so long. I don't know about Temu. I've never shopped on Temu. But these are available, and they have been duped many, many times. So do your research. Look for comparable items. I will leave a link. If I can find these on Amazon, I'll leave a link in the description. Diamond Art Club just came out with not these exactly, but a variation, something similar. I haven't tried those, but I've heard that people are enjoying them. But I do really like the Elizabeth Wards. This is my current diamond painting that's in there. So I'm going to set those off to the side so that nothing happens to them. All right, next up we have Harbor Freight. These were very, very popular for quite a while. I don't really see many people kit up in them as often. I use them all the time. This is another example, and I'm talking too fast for myself today. These are another example of when I don't want to mess around with trying to fit certain bags and certain things. These hold a ton of drills. A ton of drills. I love them. I like to store mine on their sides. They come to you like this, but I like to keep them on their sides. That's where I put my label. That way I can squeeze in 3 along the side here, and love them. Absolutely love them. These used to be like $4.99 on Harbor Freight's website. I don't know how much they are now. These are also often duped on Amazon, so keep that in mind, but I like them. They're very good. And these have also been on the 2021, 22, 23 list as well. And then a newcomer to the list this year, which was surprising. When I was looking at my list for 2023, I was surprised that these weren't on there because I really like these. These are the 1x1 push side storage containers. I get these off of Amazon. These also hold a very good amount of drills. And I really like them. I find them to be very secure. I know that some people have mentioned having issues with like them latching all the times. I haven't had that problem yet. I think I have maybe 4 of these. Most of the time I'm having to use 2 for a kit, but I really, really like them. Highly recommend. I would say that these are fairly budget friendly. I think I got a 4-pack on Amazon for like $25 at one point, or 20 bucks or something. So I like those quite a bit. All right, that is it for storage. Next up, we're going to be talking about miscellaneous accessories. So anything that I use for diamond painting that maybe isn't necessarily intended for diamond painting. Some things are, some things aren't. I need to find something though, so I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. It was buried on my drafting table. Like I mentioned, the next category is miscellaneous accessories. Probably none of these will come as a surprise to you. First up, we have my favorite special drills. Now, I have not been great about using my special drills this year. However, on the few instances where I have used them, I'm thinking of some kits earlier this year that I added a bunch of drills to. I tend to always gravitate towards DP with sparklers, like probably most people in the community. There are some other great special drill shops. In yesterday's video, I showed you guys my special drill collection. So if you're interested in taking a look there, I do talk about 3 or 4 special drill shops. So, you know, if you're interested. But I would definitely say I probably gravitate the most towards DP with sparklers. So I have some of their ABs here. I find their pricing to be pretty fair for the amount of drills that you're getting. Obviously, I've used some of these, but I feel like you get a decent amount of ABs, and they always seem to be really good quality. And then their sparklers are just... Their sparklers are so pretty. Now, I don't really know... I know none of the details of, like, securing a supply of sparklers, like when you're reselling them, but from the ones that I've tried from other shops, I just find these ones to be really good quality, and they have some beautiful colorways that I don't really see in everybody's shop. I feel like you do see some and you're like, oh, that looks exactly like blah 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 color from blah 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 shop, but I feel like DP with sparklers finds some unique sparklers, and I really enjoy having them in my collection. It is something that I really want to focus on in 2025, is actually using some more of these special drills, but I find that DP with sparklers just has a great variety, and I feel like they often kind of have some of the newer stuff first. Something that I do want to try from them in 2025 is one of their special drill packs. So they will like curate special drills for a kit, and you can just buy what they have made up. So if you go to their website, I think there's a list. I think they mostly do Diamond Art Club. There might be some other shops there as well, but you can like go to the list of kits that they've already done, and then you can just buy that, and you can buy the set of drills, everything that you need, which is very cool. So something I'd like to do in 2025, but also I have so many special drills from this shop and others that I just need to use from my collection. So definitely DP with sparklers. They have been on the list every year since I started doing this. So 4th year in a row for them. Washi tape. You guys know I love my washi tape. These are just a few that I grabbed out of my washi tape storage. These are all from Amanda Michelle Designs, my absolute favorite washi tape store. They did take a break earlier in 2024. They are back, which is very exciting. Absolutely thrilled that she decided to make a comeback, and just the cutest washi tape. So again, here are just 3 that I chose. This is the 4th time for them on my list as well. Just love it. I have most of my washi tape is from this shop. Really good quality. And then the newest addition is the, what are they calling this? The Nail Saver tool from Kevin's Creations. This is specifically designed for the Elizabeth Ward containers. It's also designed to be a sticker remover, and I'm obsessed with it. So all you do for the Elizabeth Wards is you stick the little wooden piece into your little latch there, and it opens it for you. No more breaking your nails or stabbing yourself with tweezers when you're trying to, to open your containers. And really, really enjoy this. I have also used it to remove stickers from my containers, and it works great. It's just a really fun tool and really great quality. I've been using this, and the top has not dulled at all. So really like that. So those are my miscellaneous accessories. There we go. Those are my miscellaneous accessories for this year. And, you know, maybe we can add 1 or 2 to the 2025 list. We'll have to see. Finally, the last category are my favorite companies. Now, what I'm going to do for this section is I'm just going to be popping up some pictures of finishes from these shops that I've done this year. If you've been following my channel, you're probably going to know what companies make the list. But yeah, these are just my favorites. Now, just because I don't mention a kit just because I don't mention another company doesn't mean that I don't like them. These have just been the kits that I've really gravitated towards or I've completed and I'm like, oh wow, this was a really great experience. There are some shops that were on my list last year that I didn't work on any kits from them this year, so I didn't add them. I tried to make this list more of like things I reached for or things I completed and I loved and that type of thing. So, favorite companies this year. Nobody is surprised that I'm adding Diamond Art Club to the list. They have been on the list from every year, 21, 22, 23, and now 2024. I completed the most kits this year from them. I don't have those numbers yet. I will have them when I do my year in review. A lot of my finishes this year were Diamond Art Club. I finished some beautiful kits, and to me, in my opinion, as a diamond painting kit consumer, I feel like I just tend to be the happiest when I've completed a Diamond Art Club kit. Just like with the all-around experience, we all know I'm very blunt in my post reviews. I tell you guys, hey, this Diamond Art Club kit, I didn't love the glue. Oh, I'm not a big fan of the new perforated cover. Like, I can still say those things and be like, yeah, that's probably my favorite shop. So Diamond Art Club is on the list, obviously. Next up is Oraloa. I did complete a couple of kits from them this year that I really liked. They were also on last year's list, and I don't know, I've just really been liking the kits that they've been putting out lately. I think that they have some cute images, they have some great artists, and I do really enjoy working on their diamond paintings. Next on the list is DreamerDesigns. They were, I believe they've also been on all four of the list. So 21, 22, 23, and this year, 2024. I think I completed 4 kits from them this year, and I like DreamerDesigns. I much prefer working on their rounds than their squares. I love their rounds. They're fun to work on. I always have a pretty good experience, and I worked on some really pretty kits from them this year. Now, my last shop that I'm going to mention, I only worked on one diamond painting from them, but when I finished it, I was kind of like, ooh, I cannot wait to work on a kit from this shop again. So I did add them to the list, and you can kind of, I guess, take that or leave that since I only finished one kit, but it's Diamond Painting Shop. I just finished Candy Cane Angel from Hannah Lynn. That was my first kit this month, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. I genuinely was like, I'm loving every second of this. So, you know, should it be on the favorites list? Maybe not, since I've only done the one this year, and the one that I did prior was a square kit from them, I think, that I didn't love, but I put them on the list because I'm just thinking about that kit makes me happy, and I feel like that's a good sign. So there we go. Those are my favorites for 2024. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you make videos and you want to do a best of diamond painting edition, please do. I think it's a fun way to kind of get like a snapshot on everybody's thoughts and favorites and all that kind of stuff. So that is it. Let me know how you feel about this list. Are there some shops that you're kind of like, I don't know about that? Or let me know how you feel. And if you want to answer in the comments, maybe you can leave just like one of your favorites for each category. Maybe I can find a new shop, because that's always the fun part of these videos as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will send you over to today's Advent clip. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to day 20 of Advent. Apologies in advance for this video being a little bit late, but the roads are really crappy here, and it took me a long time to get home today. Yep. So unfortunately, I'm running a little bit behind, but we're still here, and I made it home safely, and I'm officially on 12 days of vacation. So
wow.
Woohoo!
And I'm on 5. Woohoo!
Hey, that's still 5 days in a row.
Only had to use one day off. So
yeah.
okay.
It's actually 5.5 because you took a half day today.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh. Sorry about that. We are ready. Luna's ready. I'm ready. I finally did my Christmas nails.
They're gingerbread men.
Yippee-ki-yay. But can I open an advent calendar with nails?
You want me to do it?
I did pre-film a video that you guys are going to see on Monday that I don't have nails in, so nails in, nails on.
You should. Jesus.
Luna. There we go. All right. Today's is a present.
That is very simple, but I like the
I
colors.
like it too. I like that one quite a bit. All right. Fishing advent. Gosh, I'm so bummed we only have 4 days left. Yeah.
I know, it's going by quick.
Too quick. Now, can Steven open his without fake nails?
No.
I think we already know that. Oh, hello, Luna. There you go. That's a good girl. I think all the people are going to miss you and your papa in every video. You're going to have to make some more appearances on the channel.
Am I?
Yeah. We do have to film my favorite kits so far for the last 4 months.
Oh,
and you've been in every other
Hello?
version of those, yeah.
Oh, it's the same.
Wow. Oh my
I'm gonna
god,
have
look
a
at
lot of
Luna.
these.
Oh, she's so cute. Can I like take a picture of her? Wow. Alright, she's calm. Leave her alone. Okay, and day 20 of Harry Potter. Oh, it's the singing toads again. We got something with the singing toads. Oh my gosh, she looks so cute. Can somebody screenshot that and send me an email to
Very
me?
graceful. Can you tuck your other
Oh, I got a
card?
patch. Steven, do you know what this is?
Yeah, it's a screaming
Oops.
tree baby thing. Mandrake.
A mandrake.
Yeah.
That it is.
They use those in Hogwarts Legacy.
What do you think,
game.
Linz? Oh, you're so cute. I have completed my puzzle advent, so I will be sharing that with you guys on our last day of Advent. I felt like puzzling last night, so I finished the rest of the month.
Yep.
So that's it for today's Advent.
Nice. I can tell you one thing. If I yeet one of these into a tree, I'm not going to feel bad because I have a million more of these.
How many do you have of those?
I have a lot of these.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit of a bummer.
They're different sizes. It's fine. Honestly, this will actually probably do good in the river.
Okay.
So, because we got a lot of shiners.
Okay.
Like creek chubs.
Just don't give me a shiner.
Why I oughta.
He's kidding. He's kidding.
Yes, kidding. Kidding.
All right, that is it for today's Advent. I think tomorrow we should have a couple of special guests for Advent. So there's something to look forward to.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Our nieces are coming for a sleepover for their annual Christmas sleepover. So I think they joined in last year. I think they each opened a book last year.
Can't wait to hear Bitsy go.
Bitsy is our youngest niece. Her name is Elizabeth, but she's always been Bitsy to us. All right, that is it for today. We will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
Oh, she did not like that.
Okay, sorry, Bean. Oh my gosh, I don't want to end it because she looks so cute. Give her some pets. Oh yeah, that's a good girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
like the
girl.
chin rubs.
All right, goodbye.